Today we're making picadillo, another Filipino dish. Similar to giniling, but a little more on the saucy end. And again, just like my giniling, I don't use tomato sauce on my dish or my picadillo. The key to cover that, the key is using more tomatoes and a little more raisins than the usual. Hi everyone, today we're going to be making a dish called picadillo. Picadillo is similar to giniling, but for me I think the giniling is a little more on the drier side than the picadillo, which is a little on the saucy side. So it's pretty much the same thing, and how I make it also is just like the menudo and the giniling, which is without the tomato sauce. Traditionally this comes with tomato sauce. Here are the ingredients we're going to need for our dish. We're going to need 1 piece of onion chopped, 6 pieces of garlic mince, 1.5 pounds of ground pork or ground beef or ground chicken. It's up to you on which one you use. We're going to use about a tablespoon of fish sauce to season it. Since we're not using tomato sauce, we're using a lot of tomatoes for this. I'm using 3 pieces of tomatoes chopped, 1 piece of red bell pepper chopped, 1 piece of carrot chopped, 2 pieces of potato chopped. Also for the potatoes, carrots, and the bell pepper, try to get them small and same size as possible. We're gonna need 2 tablespoons of raisins. It's up to you because that's the key to making it sweet, because we're not using the tomato sauce. Half a cup of frozen peas. We're going to use about 1 cup of water to make it a little saucy. And since we're adding water, we're going to need to season that water, so we're going to need about 1 teaspoon of pork powder. Also, this dish comes with quail eggs. Unfortunately, we don't have that, but it does. You can add in if you have 1 can of quail eggs. First thing we're going to do is set our heat to medium-high and add in some oil. Once our oil is hot, we're going to add in our garlic. Then we're going to add in our onions. Next, we're going to add in our ground pork. Again, you can use any type of ground meat you want. You can use ground pork, ground beef, ground chicken. It's all up to you on which one you want to use. Now if your ground pork or ground beef has a lot of fat and you want to drain it, now it's the perfect time to kind of like scoop them out and drain it. Since our pork's a little lean, there's not much fat going around, so this is fine. Next we're going to do is we're going to season with fish sauce. This is optional for those that doesn't use fish sauce. You can just use salt and pepper. Then we're going to add in our potatoes. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in about 1 cup of water. Stir it around. We're gonna cover it and let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes to fully cook the beef or the pork. Let's check on our pork here. Now we can add in the carrots and the raisins. Make sure to stir that around. We're also going to add in our potatoes. Let's cover and simmer for another 5 minutes to soften that potato and the carrots. Let's go check our dish. At this point, we're going to use our pork seasoning or pork flavoring to season our dish. I'm only using one tablespoon for now. We can always add in more later if it needed more. Our potato is still hard, so we're gonna cover it and cook it for 2 minutes more. Okay, it's been a couple minutes. Make sure to taste. Yeah, for me the key is the tomatoes and the raisins. That's what's replacing the tomato sauce. So now we're gonna season with some pepper. Then now we can add in our bell peppers. We're putting them at the end so that they don't get too soggy. Also, if you have quail eggs, now is also the perfect time to add it. And we're gonna add in our frozen peas. And that's pretty much it. This dish is done. So you notice it's a little pale because it doesn't have the tomato sauce. But for me, I mean, that's just color. For me, what's important is the flavor. So the flavor right now is perfect for me. So it's up to you on how you want yours. You want to add a little more fish sauce or a little more pork powder or salt and pepper. I will leave that to you. But pretty much this is just a guideline on how I make mine. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna plate our dish. Here's our finished dish, pork picadillo, Philippine version. Hope you enjoyed this recipe and give it a try and let me know in the comments what you think. Again, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.